So, just got home, picking this up. Saw in the other video, I broke the grill. So I've got what I wanted. I've got one of these sort of second gen pre-face grills. They have the curved bits instead. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to cut the middle out and make a sort of like a wide grill with it. So as you can see by the pile of plastic on the floor, making progress with it. You can see the idea. It's just difficult with the fucking actual angle grinder, even though the wheels got a bit smaller. Just getting in there without trying to like nick the edges and stuff. You can see like there I've caught it and stuff. Also like trying to do this curve because the way you cut it out, it's not got an edge. So I'm just trying to trim that round, but I'm just trying to get it as close as I can to get most of the material off. Then I'll get a flat wheel, and then hopefully with flat wheel and a file I can sort of sort the edges out enough. So got there a fair bit with the with both sides. I'm just cutting little slots and then grinding it, with the side of the disc, and that's seemed to work. So I've done all I can with a flat wheel and gone around it with a razor blade to clean up a few bits, and it's looking pretty good, to be fair. Side note, when you flap wheel plastic and inadvertently make it sharp, it is sharp. Cut me bloody finger. But yeah, got some files. We're going to go around the edges a bit more and make it a bit more kind of better. So then it's a new day, and to stay put the grill on. Looks really good. Yeah, it really suits it, and I like it. It's sort of similar-ish to the Nismo, but slightly different. What we're going to do now is sand it and then get it painted in grey so it actually matches. So went over it with a roller, having the usual issue of bubbles. Went over it with a brush, and it's sort of, was it still not perfect, but it's smoothed it out a lot. Still not perfect in some spots, but no bubbles. So maybe it'll level out all right. Today we're going to be painting the sides. I've taken the rubbing strips off at work, but I've got the grill on and painted. That's pretty good, I think. Be painting sort of like from down there to there in the grey, and we can put all the decals on and stuff. So need to move cars around, get the Sierra off the drive, and then we can put this on. So I've just removed both skirts. Now we're going to clean up the area because we're going to want to go past the skirts with the paint, so when I put the new skirts on, there's no like silver gaps at the bottom. So yeah, let's do that. Okay, so now I need to decide the angle. So I'm going to come from this corner here, then where the screw holes are on the for the skirts, I'm going to measure at a point between those. Get on there because they're symmetrical both sides, the holes. But first we're going to mask up this edge of the wing. I can't be asked to take it off, so that's what we're doing. So forgot to film as usual, but got this all masked. I need to sort of do this a bit better. I've got the line that goes from top corner down to the middle side skirt bolt, and then same on this side. It's got obviously like a slight curve to it as the tape sort of goes down the curvature of the door. So now it's sanding time. I've gone over it with 180, and we've got a 320 we're going to finish it off with. Right, so I've got the sides painted. We're going to mix up the paint. I think I'm going to do it same as what I did the bonnet, because that's come out okay. I'm pretty sure it's 1 part thinners to 4 parts paint. So I didn't film painting it because it was a bit annoying. I've already taken the masking tape off. It's not fully dry yet, it's still tacky. Fortunately, this area, it's like reacted really badly. Sort of at the bottom it sort of gets okay. You see on masking tape there's a few kind of annoying bits, and you feel the lip. It's almost dry. It did the same thing as when I painted the grill. That you can see. There's like little kind of almost like it's full of hair, but yeah, the grill actually came out quite well because I couldn't get it to not bubble, so I went over it with like a paintbrush. But yeah, you can see kind of the texture on it. This side is a lot better. There's a lot less of the stuff, but there still is some. Then the masking tape line is okay, so there's a few bits. Oh my god, it's fell in the hedge. Overall, I'm pretty happy with it. Let it dry. But for now, I'm making a wing for it. So I bought like an eBay sort of ricer wing just for the wing blade. And then we're going to make like a side piece that comes off of here, sort of up and then down. And the wing blade will sort of sit sort of around there. So this is the template we made. Sort of sits on the boot edge like that, and that'll be bent over a bit, and the wing blade sits. So got this aluminium, definitely not rose one, definitely not. I don't know. I don't know how to find it. Anyway, there, maybe like 4mm thick, I think. And then cut this out. We'll do the holes, and we'll try bend it to shape. So that's one of them cut out. Looking okay. Yeah, definitely not roadside. Anyway, we're going to cut the other one out. I've got it marked out, and then when we're drilling the holes, we'll clamp them together so they're in the exact same place. And then we'll have a go at bending them. For the bends, I'm just going to make sure the bends are right on this. Mark each edge, draw a line. Mark each edge, draw a line. Might run the grinder across it a bit to make it easier to bend, but we'll see. So that's the other side cut out. I'm just trying to match them. You do it the professional way. You could like design it in CAD and then just have it laser cut, because these aren't going to be perfectly the same. But as long as they look close enough, I'm fine with that. Yeah, just trying to get this edge okay. So I've got both of them the same shape and nice and smooth, the DA. Just trying to get all this non-reflective, definitely not road sign stuff off. It's weird because you've got like this kind of rubbery stuff and then the reflective stuff peeling off. So I don't know if I'll be able to like sand the grey stuff. Not sure. I've made them so this bit faces inside, so in theory I could paint over it, but so that's the bend lines marked on both of them, there and there. Now we're gonna, before we bend it, we're gonna drill the holes. So with that little groove, we should just be able to bend it by hand. So let's see how that angle sits. So it's going to sort of mount up here, maybe a little bit more I think. Then we've got to bend that one outwards. Oh, no, it should be okay I think. Let's bend the top one first. Right, let's try it now. So, not on there. That should be okay. We've just got to bend the top one sort of like that a bit more. Yeah, because yeah, a little bit more on the top one, and that should be mint. I'm happy with that. So when that's mounted on there, that's pretty straight. If anything, hopefully that should sit okay on there. The angle, it's got a bit of rake on the spoiler, but hopefully that should sit okay. It'll look a lot better in black, obviously. It's just obviously you see the boot's got a bit of a curve, so in theory that needs to curve a bit, but I don't think I'll be able to do that because it's going to fuck up the this kind of section. So let's get the other one bent the same. Just thought I'd bolt the wing blade on to sort of see how we're looking. That might need a bit less of a bend because with that, it should be okay. But where it's sitting is pretty good, I think. It's just a fair bit of an angle on there, but hopefully it should be okay. So they both fit okay, might need a little bit of settling. Just marking holes, so I'm gonna do a hole there, and then we're gonna screw through. I'm gonna see what riv nuts I've got up there and try riv nut it into the boot. Yeah, I might just self-tapper it just to see how it sits, and then riv nut with a hole. I'm not sure yet. So I'm just gonna drill the holes I need for now. So I found I've got a decent amount of M8 riv nuts, and I found these nice sort of cap head Allen bolts, which should be long enough to go through, and they're the right thread pitch. So we're going to use M8. Just have to put this on the car and then sort of decide where I want it on the pillar, then match it to the other side. So I've marked where I want it on this side, but how do you sort of transfer it over so it's symmetrical on the other side? Well, yeah, so a piece of paper, put it on, hold it to the panel line, push it through with a screwdriver, then run along it with a marker. So got holes drilled, then poke the holes through. Then all you gotta do is transfer it over. So it's not an exact science, but line it up, and then centre punch your holes there, and then you bring it. So I've gone through the drill bit, however, so it's not as present on that side, but this side, definitely see it's quite flat, so when you put the riv nut in, it doesn't want to sit parallel with the boot edge, it wants to sit like a bit pooped. So don't know, you can see where it's gone through. I might have to trim like a little square out like there so I can get to the back of them. So I've just tapped these riv nuts in here. I've not actually done them yet. That's where they're stopping, but as the riv nut kind of pulls through, they should sit flush, hopefully. This other side, I'm gonna have to use a step drill to make a bigger, like a kind of a divot in the back part, so they can sit flush. So otherwise they're gonna go on the wonk. So it's a little bit of a bodge. It's a bit annoying, but it is what it is. First one done. Looks okay. It's a bit off centre to where I put the thing in, but it doesn't matter as long as it's tight in there, which it feels like it is. Right, so that's two in. That one didn't sit flush. I had to go over it again because the thing came loose. Now let's try the problem side. Hopefully these should be okay. Okay, this last one did not work. It was too far out, so it sort of crushed the outside of the thing. So we're gonna have to make a bigger slot in the back for this one. So after a bit of messing about, I've got that top one in. Looks shit on the back, but it is what it is. We're sitting nice and flush. So now, here are the rust, the metal. So we've got to drill out these holes big enough for the M8 bolts, and then we can bolt. The phone's going to die very soon, but both of them mounted on there at the right angles. I've just got to cut the wing blade and then drill the extra hole for it, but yeah, looking alright. So I got skirts back on, broken ones, I need to make new ones, but then got the wing blade on. I've not drilled those bolt holes yet, but it's nice and tight. So then, that's the wing blade on. Got it mounted and I got it painted. This is another day. Just did it in like gloss black. Drilled the other hole for the thing as well. It's turned out alright, to be fair. I quite like how it looks. Show the car as well, because I've also put stickers on. Yeah, so I bought a load of stickers off of this website, got Auto Trader, like Nismo. I don't know if I'm a massive fan of it, to be honest. I don't know if it looks a bit much, really, but yeah, I think it looks okay. Sort of fits the look. Yeah, keep an eye out for the next video, because actually I'm going to film it this time. So this, it's Wednesday today. Saturday afternoon, there's like a barbecue event at this racing place, like motorsport place nearby. It's 70 quid for 3 dyno runs on their hub dyno, so I'm gonna dyno the Micra, see how little power it makes. Should be interesting, but yeah, keep an eye out for that video. Cheers.